Good afternoon, children. My name is Ramesh Somshekar from Nilamika Girls School. Today, I will teach you a supplementary reading lesson from the ninth standard, The Happy Cure by Dobbs Ross. Actually, it was not written by her. This is retold by Ross Dobbs. Let's learn about this old story, The Happy Cure. A foolish king lay dying. At least that's what he said. Yes, he said he was at death's door. But the truth of the matter was this: the king was suffering from having nothing to do. He was being bored to death. The first paragraph. So there was a king, but he was a foolish king. Here is in this story, here is a king, but he is a foolish. At least, that's what he said. Just he has said this. Yes, he said he was at death's door. Who said? The foolish king said that he was at the death's door. It means he was going to die in a few days. His already life came to an end. But the truth of the matter was this: the king was suffering from having nothing to do. He was suffering from having nothing. He don't want to do anything. He was always lazy. He was suffering from that laziness. He don't do anything. He always suffering from having nothing to do. This was a real fact. He was being bored to death. So he thought that he was at the death's door, but even after many days, he did not die. So he was bored to the death. Of course, the king would not admit this. He groaned and moaned and complained of sharp stabs in every muscle and sticking pains in every bone of his body. Physicians, surgeons came far and wide. They looked down the doctor's throat. They tapped his chest. They felt his pulse. They hammered, howled, spoke their beards, stroked their beards, but they could not find nothing wrong. Physicians, surgeons, or dogs, cried the king. Aren't any plain, ordinary doctors in my kingdom? The king was suffering from having nothing to do. He was very, very lazy and foolish one. He thought he was at the death's door. Actually, he was not at the death's door. He was suffering from nothing to do. Of course, the king would not admit. He firmly decided. He thought what he was thought was right. He was going to die in a few days. Is the right. He thought to himself. But he did not ready to accept the reality. So he groaned and moaned. Groan means make a sad sound. So because of the fever or any pain, he will make a sound. That's not groaning. Yo, like this was groaning. And moan, so painful sound. Oh, something has happened to me. Like this, he was groaning and moaning. Who was groaning and moaning? Yes, the foolish king was groaning and moaning. Why? Because he thought he was at the death's door. He was suffering from disease. And complained of a sharp stabs in every muscle. Also he complained the people that he has sharp stabs. There's a pricking. Just some the needle will prick somebody's body. So he had a pricking pain in every muscle of his body. So almost all the muscles of his body were aching because of this prick, because of this pricking. Every one of his body. So he was a king. So almost all the great surgeons and physicians. Physicians means doctors. Surgeons means doctor who performs the operation on a human body. They came physicians, doctors who examine the patients and diagnose the disease. Surgeons are those who make a operation on human body. So they came because he was a king, no? So almost most great surgeons and physicians came from far and wide his kingdom. They looked down the king's throat. So they made an observation. They looked at the king's throat. What is there? Why was suffering? What was the cause for his pain? Looked up his throat. They tapped his chest and they felt his pulse. They looked to take his pulse rate. They hammed, howled. They hammed, howled, and stroked their beards, but they could not find nothing wrong. So even after the examination by the physicians and surgeons, they could not find anything wrong in his body. They told the king was suffering from nothing. He was perfectly alright. There is no problem in his body. Hearing this, the king got hungry. I am a sufferer. I am in illness. I am groaning, moaning, and I also complaining that I have a pricking sound in my muscles. But this fool says that I have nothing. I have nothing problem. But they could not find nothing wrong. Hearing this, he became very angry and said, physicians, surgeons are dolts. Dolts means stupids. These physicians and surgeons are dolts. They are stupid people. Don't call for them. Aren't there any plain ordinary doctors? Aren't there any plain ordinary? Is there nobody in my kingdom who are ordinary doctors, not specialized doctors? He wanted a ordinary plain doctors. So they called. The plain doctors, the plain ordinary doctors came from hither and yon. They felt king's pulse, tapped his chest, looked down his throat. They howled and hemmed, took off their spectacles, but then on again. But even they could not find nothing wrong. Plain ordinary doctors are idiots, cried the king in rage. The next who examines me finds nothing wrong will be his ears and cut off and nose sharpened. So as for the wish of the king, they stopped. Physician and surgeon stopped. Plain ordinary doctors came, examined the king, what happened to him. The plain ordinary doctors came, hither and so, here and there, where there were almost all the most of the doctors, plain doctors came from a nook and corner of his kingdom. They too felt king's pulse. They too took the king's pulse. They took the pulse. Tapped his chest, looked down his throat. They howled, hemmed. They too howled and hemmed. Howled and hemmed. They could not find anything. They too could not find anything. They took off their spectacles. The doctors took off their spectacles and thought, what happened to our king? Once again they put their spectacles, but them on again. Put them on again. So they took off the spectacles, put them on again, but even they could not find nothing. They too failed to find out what was the reasons for king's pain. They too failed. Then he became very angry and said, plain ordinary doctors are idiots, cried the king. What did he say about the surgeons and physicians? The for surgeons and physicians, the foolish king said they are dolts. Dolts means stupids. He cried the ordinary plain doctors as idiots. They are idiots. They could not find anything. And also he made an order. The next one who examines me. So then also the doctor will continue to visit him and examine. The doctor who visits him next finds nothing wrong. If you say there is nothing wrong in me, will have his ears cut off. His ears will be cut off and his nose shortened. Ears will cut off and nose should be shortened, like Shurpanaki. So this was the order given by the king. What was the order given by the king? If anybody comes next and examine and find nothing wrong in him, those doctors' ears will be cut off and nose will be shortened. This did not stop the coming of the doctors and the surgeons. This, though he told that stop the coming of the doctors and surgeons and physicians, the king kept sending messengers and courtiers to bring them in. The people were in disappear. Such an epidemic of AIDS without ears and faces, shortened noses was never seen. So even after that, so many doctors visited him, examined him, they could not also find anything in the king's head. This did not stop the coming of the doctors and the surgeons. Even after his order, so many doctors and surgeons and physicians visited the king, examined the king. The king kept sending messengers. The king kept sending the messengers and courtiers to bring them in. They ordered almost all the messengers and the courtiers to bring such doctors to him. People were disappeared. The people are disappeared. We can't find out who is he, which doctor he is, because as per his order, such an epidemic, as you can see, epidemic means spreading from one person to another person. So because of this order, it was spread like an epidemic disease of AIDS without ears, and it means, so most of the doctors who came after his order, their ears cut off and nose was shot. Such faces could not be found, never seen such a scene. Such an heads you can see throughout his kingdom. Most of the doctors are with heads with their cut off ears and shortened nose. This was the epidemic you can see anywhere. Such kind of epidemic was never seen in his kingdom. Finally, a simple old woman came to see the king. The king, exhausted, Prime Minister brought her into the royal bedchamber. This old woman peered into the king's face for a long time. Then she said, "Your Majesty, you are suffering from a strange and a rare disease, so rare and strange that no name exists for it." No name exists for it. Finally, almost all the plain doctors, surgeons, physicians came, could not find anything, so they shortened their nose and locked their ears, went off. At last, finally, a woman came, an old woman came. Simple old woman came to see the king. What happened to our king? The king, exhausted Prime Minister, the exhausted, the Honorable Prime Minister brought that old woman into the royal bedchamber, because the king is living a royal life. So it is a royal bedchamber. She was brought into the royal bedchamber to examine their king. The simple old woman peered into king's face. So as she went into the royal chamber, she peered, looked fixedly. So looked fixedly at the king's face. For a long time, she looked at him fixedly. What is there in his face? Then she said, after looking for a long time, she said, "Your Majesty, Mahaprabhu, you are suffering from a strange and rare disease." So you are suffering from it is not only disease, a strange, ಅಪರೂಪದ, ವಿಶೇಷವಾದ, ರೇರ್ ಡಿಸೀಸ್, ಅಪರೂಪವಾದ ವಿಶೇಷ ಡಿಸೀಸ್ ನಡೆದಿದ್ದೀರಿ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದರು. ಯಾರೋ? A old woman, after observing the king, seeing the king fixedly, she announced that he was suffering from a strange and rare disease. So rare and strange that no name exists for it. Such a strange and rare disease he was suffering. Actually, that disease has no name at all. She told. The old woman at last came and went into the royal chamber of the king. So looked at his face for a long time fixedly and she announced, yes, our king was suffering from a disease. But disease was not an old disease. This is a strange disease and a rare disease. So strange and rare, there is no name for it. There is no name exists for it. Like this way, she told that king was suffering. King was suffering. So listening to this, the king was very happy. There, I knew it. There, yeah, I knew it. I was suffering. Cried the king in glee. He is very happy. Why was he happy? Because it was a disease. No, not for that. His belief was right. He thought he was suffering. So everybody else said, oh, almost all the doctor said, no, he was suffering from nothing. But this old woman said, yes, you are suffering. Hearing that, he believed his words. That's why he was very happy. He said, I knew. I kept telling all of them. I told. I was suffering. Suppose that I am a sick man. I told them, I am a sick man. But nobody believed me. They told, I am suffering from nothing. A very sick man, said the old, not only sick man, very sick man, said the old woman. The old woman said, he was not only sick, but you are a very, very sick man. The king leaned back among the silken pillows. So hearing that, he went back, fell back on the silken pillows, which is made of silk cloth pillows. Closed his eyes, wrinkled his brow, as if were in pain. After listening that, he was suffering from a rare and strange disease. He was very happy to know that. Then also, he closed his eyes, wrinkled his eyebrows, fell down on the pillows of silk. So, and he was groaning as if he was in pain. And is there no cure for me? He asked. He asked the old woman, is there no cure for me? Asked the king. Yes. Yes, Your Majesty. You need to sleep, but one night in the shirt of a happy man, and you will be cured instantly, said the simple old woman. What was the cure? He asked the old woman, is there no remedy? Is there no cure for my disease? He asked. The old woman said to the king, yes, definitely we have a cure. What was the cure? Your Majesty, you need to sleep, but one night, what is needed? You have to sleep, but one night, in a shirt of a happy man. So, the Majesty, you have to sleep, you have to take rest. But while taking rest, one day, you should sleep in a happy man's shirt. And you will be cured. After that, you will be cured. Immediately, you will be cured. Said the simple old woman. Listen to the story. So, what was the story? The story is about an old foolish king. He was suffering from a disease. Actually, he was not suffering from anything. He believed he was sufferer. So many kings, being a king, so many physicians just came and examined him, tapped him, looked into him, but they could not find nothing. So he called them dots. Then ordered for the plain and ordinary. They too came. They too examined as they did, but they too could not find anything wrong. So he thought they are idiots. Then he ordered, if anybody comes and tells the same, their ears will be cut off and nose will be sharpened. So his kingdom will be full of such epidemic doctors. Without ears and sharpened nose, we can say everywhere. At last, an old woman come. She went into the royal chamber looked at him for a long time and told, yes, he was suffering from disease. What disease? A disease that is a strange and rare. There is no name exists for it. There is a new disease, she told. The king was happy to listen to it. Once again, he fell to sleep and started to groan. Then the asked her, is there no cure for this? He told, yes, definitely there is a cure for this. You needed a rest, you have to sleep. But one night, you have to sleep in a shirt of a happy man. You have to sleep in a shirt of a happy man. Then you will be cured immediately. She said the simple old woman. Stop here. Tomorrow we will see what happened in the story. The next classes will say. Thank you for today's class.